you looking for answers about extraterrestrials or maybe the true meaning of life? Then you have come to the right place. Welcome to the Ivan Teller online broadcast. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. And for more details, please visit ivanteller.com and learn more about your galactic families.
Greetings all.
Hey.
Oh. Alright, so for tonight's channeling, we have a small group, that's okay. Others, part of the members, hope you're all welcome to show up, or if you want to become a member, that's fine. Thank you all for being here. Tonight's channeling is, you said the Novak, I believe, is going to come through. He's been talking to me. I also feel an Andromedan around here also. And let's see what else we have. And you said the Ascension Council?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And in the chat, there's a question for to be read. You guys can choose whoever would like to read that. That can be whenever. That'd be most appreciated if that can be read. So, thank you all for being here. It should be interesting. One thing about Novak is for new people, I'd say Reptilian, Alpha Draconian. For Novak, it's talking about predictions. We're in January, so that's be the big thing right now. So anyway, thank you all for being here. Blessings. See you on the other side. Should go like an hour and a half. We'll see how things go. Maybe longer, depending. So positive intentions of healing. All right. It's Novak Greetings. Yo.
Hi, how are you?
We're doing just fine. Oh, yes, I have a few words. You don't have to ask me questions. I just have a few words for your human society as it does what it does. Oh, first, hello, everybody. Second, is about I've heard you earlier about the ascension. Yes, there is a council. Mostly it is Octurians, but every ET is part of ascension process. All ETs are a part of it in some way, shape, or form. Even the negative ones, whatever you want to call that. Somebody has to be here to rough you up. Well, then you wouldn't have anything to learn, would you? But that's not why I'm here. It's kind of predictions. Yeah, some of you. Oh, God, these bodies. 1 second. All right. One minute, get my mind straight. The predictions of fear of like the crash of 2016. Come on, people. If you are like spiritually well, don't worry about it. That doesn't mean it's whatever. Don't put your fear into all that. Whatever. Don't. Some people need that. They need chaos in their lives. They need something to worry about. So, doesn't mean it's going to, I can't tell you if it's going to happen or not. The markets are going to go up and down, whatever. That's your human stuff. But don't worry about it, though. Just live your life and don't give a damn about it. Just, where are you spiritually? That is what's important. I love it. I can tell you this. You could call this like a galactic update. Your governments are too proud of ET contacts such as this one and others, but realize this conduit, I want to explain to you a little bit about how the channelers work, give you an idea of like what different ones, how they operate, such as Bashar. Yes, he's part of the prep of First Contact, but he's here to just how you call a soft disclosure. That's pretty much what that is. A slow, put the information out really slowly or whatever he does, and just get it into your system. That you're not alone, and everything's going to be all right. Don't worry about it. You're in a military anyway. You know where you're. And the other channelers are the same way. It's just prepping. We're just talking to you, just getting you used to all of this. You're talking to a reptilian, you're talking to Arcturian, da. So you're just getting you used to all this, just like, warming the pot. And then one comes in and sort of throws you out of the pot, basically. Just, it's like, you are the fire, and this one, that's a pretty good analogy. You could say this conduit is the match. It's here to get you going, get you to go connect to yourself more, channel more, whatever, to spread information out more. Now's the time to, let it happen, basically. Yes, we've been hearing it for years, alien, yada, but now you can really connect to this stuff. And more is going to be coming through other channelers that right now are scared to death of channeling, which is fine. But more are going to start channeling. This is how we're going to connect to you. How else we're going to do it? Big green reptilian is going to show up and just read you a story. Yeah. Or like some of you women bring home the reptilian, say show the parents, hi mom and dad, how are you? Yeah, that's going to go really well. So we have to find some way to connect to you people. Yeah, you people. Anyway. So basically, the pot, you are the fire. You can look at it like that. And you're here to put the world at blaze. You understand? Information, enlightenment, you understand? Well, good. So this is what this is all about. There's more to it than that, of course. But that's just a general summary of it. And if you're wondering, I'm in the Bahamas. Okay, you have any questions? If not, that's all right. You won't be hurting my feelings. Now everybody's quiet.
Hi, sorry, may I ask you a question, please?
Yes.
I think a lot of people do have fear in financial collapse is because certain number of star seeds are living in financial difficulties. So what they worry is when the financial collapse happens, they may lose their job or don't have anything to support their daily life. What could I do if, I'm not really inserting fear, but what could I do or what other people can do when there's a financial collapse? How can they actually sustain their life?
Well, yeah, wait 1 second. When you're at the vibration that you're at, this is talking about star seeds in general. Let's put it this way. You won't know where to go. You won't know how to deal with it. That's if it happens. You will just have the intuition. The intuition will be there. The haven, you can say, the place to go where you'll be safe will be there because remember, you're part of a community. Not all, but some are. So you'll be all, before you're talking on your internet, soon you'll be all meeting each other, little by little. That is not to say this collapse is going to happen, but the finances are going up and down. I could tell you this, that your American companies, as greedy as they are, they're not well managed. And so when you don't have a well managed company and you start having to lay everybody off, and if you have workers in China, you get it that, when they have to be laid off, and your economy is like, Urgh. So, but community is important. You will find a way to make it work. Yes, it might be difficult, but you will find a way because you have others to talk to. You have friends.
Mm-hmm.
So all you need really is a place to sleep and a couple, you don't need a whole lot really in this world. So look at it that way.
Okay. I heard from a famous guy called James Gilliland. He's got connection with other ETs. He mentioned from his connection that there's certain portion of like trillions of dollars will be released to the public. So when there's a financial collapse, like average Joe Blow in USA or in other countries, they do have money to support them. Is that true, or it's just different information from different source?
There's that and many others that are similar to that. That as for being put into the economy, some are being already put into the economy to keep it alive. I believe you understand that. That's why it's still going. So a lot of money that comes from nowhere, you could say, is sustaining the economy right now. It's sustaining it because a lot cannot handle a financial change, but it does wake up a few. So when the things do change financially, some will wake up, some will be affected. But as for a global, higher depression, we don't see that. At least not right now.
Okay, I'm finished. Thanks.
Welcome.
Does others want to jump in?
Hey Novak.
Yes.
Do I have any reptilian past lives?
Yes. You have. Let's see here. I can even give you a number. That's pretty messed up. Yes, you have. I see 13 past lives. Most, 1 second. More of like a grayish reptilian. A moment. This is not your reptilians that you're used to hearing in your, your alien press, as you call it. More like a humanitarian reptilian that is neutral but helping to other civilizations. Yes, you don't hear about that very often, do you? So you don't have the controversy as most reptilians do. Is there anything else you want to know about that?
I don't know. Any messages?
One moment. Archangel Michael. Oh, let's see here. What does he have to say? I'm sorry. It's Raphael. Raphael is around you on a daily basis, sending you energy for your eyes. Does that make any sense? For your eyes to see better. Oh. He just says he's working on your eyes. As for anything else, loved ones, one moment. You have past loved ones on the other side that are around you, such as like a grandmother of sort, that checks in with you every once in a while. She sends her love. And she says, don't worry about anything. It will all work out. Just you have to be patient.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Novak.
Oh, greetings.
Hi, have there been any reptilians around me in the past week?
No. You had grays, though. 3 of them. Not in a negative way.
This past week?
Yes. Well, they have reptilian in them, so I guess that's why you get the reptilian feeling. Okay, aura. Yeah, some of them have reptilian energy, which is kind of interesting.
Okay. Were they just checking things out?
Oh, 1 second. They are connected to your galactic family. 1 moment. 1 moment. One of them said they're working on your. 1 moment. Working on your psychic abilities, your ability to see more. They're working on your third eye at this time. I'm not sure if you're feeling a little bit more. Oh, what's the word? Sensitive recently, where you're feeling more around you.
I did notice that there were potentially some greys around me, but I didn't know that they were the same as the reptilians or the reptilian energy. And I actually asked one of them to help me with my third eye chakra.
Yes, you're working on. You also have 2 angels. Raphael, Michael is around you all the time, and obviously your guardian angel, but that's already known. Let's see. This reptilian gray is like half reptilian, half gray. I forget how you humans have a word for that, but this is why you're feeling a reptilian. This one, I believe your dictionaries have words for that. Because he's more reptilian, but he's not necessarily reptilian, but he has more reptilian DNA. This one's like a brother from a past life as a Zeta, and this is the form. He was a gray, like a full gray, but in this lifetime, he chose the lifetime as a more Zeta reptilian. Zeta reptilian. Women. Yeah, it's Zeta Reptilian. That's the name of it. He chose a Zeta Reptilian lifetime to. Let's see here. He's not going into details on that.
Okay.
Oh, the reason he's connecting with you with that, so you can see their race for what it is, if you want to connect to it.
Yes, yes, I do.
Yeah, they're not hard. They're just different. Anyway.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else?
Oh, yeah, I have a question. I just want to see what, if anything, you saw around me, aliens-wise and past life-wise.
Oh. I might not be the right one to answer that. There's others here that can answer that better. Let me give you one moment. Yeah, the others have just showed up.
Okay.
One moment. Yeah, they're getting pushy too.
Oh, okay.
And you have Andromedan connections. Zeta Gray, Arcturian, yes. Weirin, you have a lot of Weirin. That was what you were asking, right? For your what you're connected with?
Yeah.
Because you're Weirin, you were connected to. Oh, 1 second here. Like you're like a general. Human words. Gotta love it. You're part as a feline. You're a part of an alliance. You're like one of the major like head honchos of that. I believe you were a male. We've had female lifetimes in that position also. This alliance is like when you go to worlds and you just don't mess with us kind of. We're here to help with your ascension, things of that sort. But also mostly going to worlds to make peace. Just like the Lyrans are here now. Same thing. To make first contact. Mostly as a monitor though, just not as a babysitter, but more like what's the word here? Just connecting with the species of that world, being silent just as they are here, and to monitor, help in small ways through ascension. It's mostly primitive worlds that you were a part of as in this alliance. Just to. But it was all like warm and fuzzy, which is nice. Because sometimes in the galaxy it's kind of, in your face, like drama after drama. It's like, God, just get yourselves your own soap opera. I mean, really. But this, where you were involved with, did not have that. Yes, there were some, but you weren't involved with that. They were like other people did that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Next. I feel somebody has a question. Or maybe not.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, please.
No, I was just going to ask you what you think of the supposed FEMA concentration camp and NATO movement throughout the U.S.
Yeah, all that is real. Has it been turned on? No. You would know that, wouldn't you? No. It has been always, they say conspiracy. It's all being, they're always working on it, but the chances of it ever like being greenlit is not looking too good. But they're just hoping for,
It's preemptive.
Yeah, they're keeping their hopes up. they realize now understand this, when they're building this stuff, they realize it lowers the vibration of this planet because there's fear, because people see it and they get scared and they think everyone's going to come and get them. So that's part of the reason why they continue to do it, not necessarily they're going to actually use it. Because they're not using it, they want to use it, trust me. They're not using it because you have help from many alien alliances, and part of your Illuminati also is not really wanting to do that. Reason being is because it affects them in a negative way. Meaning, when they do martial law, things of that sort on this planet, at least on this country, America's country.
Everybody's going to look at them to see if they're the ones behind it, and then they're trying to be low profile. It's not really working now since people are awakened, and so everybody's going to go after them more, I guess.
Correct. And realize this, there's those that are very close to them will go after them because they're really close to them. So it's, there's a lot of drama going on constantly. It's just, oh Jesus, I don't know. This is why I'm in the Bahamas all the time. I don't need that bullshit.
I love the Bahamas. Are you in Nassau?
I'm everywhere. Yes.
I love Nassau. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Novak. Could I ask who created reptilian race originally?
Well, they say they created themselves. Anunnaki takes credit for the reptilians being created. They were created through, just like any other race, through evolution. Oh, it's not fully known, to be completely honest. One moment. Let's see what I can tell you. The Anunnaki is connected to our race, the Draconians. You could say they took our DNA without our permission, put in themselves, and now they're all more weird than they were before. They're already pretty messed up to begin with. But we were created just like just through evolution of God, you could say. We didn't exactly start off as little, itty bitty lizards, and we just got smart and got bigger. We just sort of were evolved.
Okay, thank you. Last time when I watched Corey Good and David Wilcock's show, they mentioned that a lot of reptilians being controlled by AI intelligence.
Yes.
Especially the high rank one, in their body just full of, what's that called, the nanite and those AI things something like that.
Yes.
Is that real?
Yes, but not all, but some are, yes. Some of them were dabbling things they shouldn't be getting involved with. Some of the reptilians put that in them to shut them up and control them and screw with their brains. Some of them have a control over it where it actually enhances their abilities. But they're not with it mentally. They're all fucked up. So when you have reptilians that are really like the malevolent ones that are screwing around with humans, they're not with it mentally. Just like you have greys that just screw around with humans, because they don't feel emotion. Well, a lot of these reptilians aren't feeling emotion because of that. And they just go, they don't. They're just, it's like a serial killer. They just go hog wild. But yeah, it is a real thing. It is controlled, but it's just, another thing we got to deal with, basically.
Okay. Thank you. I finished. Thanks.
Anything else?
I have one question.
Yes.
There's a lot of speculation about our president being a reptilian shape shifter. Can you add your comments about that? How about
Which one?
President Obama, the current president?
One moment. I have to be careful with this. 1 second. He's had some jump scares, let me tell you.
Mhm.
As for now, well, 1 second. I can tell you this. Reptilians don't particularly like him all that much. He's kind of puny.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they've spooked him out a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
As for him being a reptilian, I can't go into that.
Mm-hmm.
But DNA-wise, has been manipulated in some degree.
Some speculation about that.
So this is why you're getting this, like he might be reptilian, because there's shape-shifting ability to him. In his bloodline, he is connected to the reptilians, but is he actually reptilian? Not really. It's like a diluted one. That's why he's so skinny. But yeah, he's part of what you call the elite bloodline. Yeah, he is part of that.
There's only one of our presidents who is not, and it was not President Obama, apparently.
Yes. He's part of. Yeah, they did that genealogy stuff. Yeah, he's part of it.
Okay. Through his mom, right? And then his dad was in the Navy. His grandfather, right?
There's different stories about where he came from.
Okay.
Let's just put it this way: he's part of that bloodline.
All right. Thank you.
He's part of the worker bee bloodline.
Uh-huh.
So they can mess with him.
I figured. Gotcha. Thank you.
Welcome. Is there anything else? If not, there's others here that want to come through.
Thank you, Novak.
You're welcome. Think happy thoughts.
Okay.
Thank you. See you next time.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Greetings. I am Win, part of the Andromedan Council. We are part of your Ascension Council. The Arcturians are enjoying it, are joined to it. The Reptilians, friendly ones. The Andromedans, we have made ourselves to be part of it, to ensure that our star seeds and others heal and ascend the way as they should, as they intended to ascend. Because our planet, our star system, I should say, is connected to Earth in so many different ways. You could say this is our sister planet in some ways. Because there's so much healing needs to be done on this world. You can you realize that there's contactees that was visited by Andromedans. This is on your internet. It's because we are essential to your ascension. That it is true, your world is the opposite of ours in many ways. But that is why we are here, to give our energy to your society. That is sometimes backwards. There's so much negativity from Martian, from your Mars, from other worlds of malevolent beings that came here reincarnated to rehabilitate themselves. And Andromedans are joining this. We join this world in its ancient time to assist with its healing. This world is unlike any other. All worlds are different, but this one plays such a vital role in this universe because of its complexity, its harshness, but its warning tools are so helpful but brutal, where some cannot survive it, and they do not. Some go mad, some go to suicide, unfortunately. The Andromedan energies are here to bring a wave of energy around this planet to heal it the best we can. Yes, we must deal with battles between the Reptilians and some Syrians, some Lyrans that wish this world not to ascend, and Zetas, and more than that actually, but that's enough. But there are questions in particular you want to hear?
May I ask a few questions, please, regarding the
Yes.
star seeds?
Yes.
I'm actually based in Australia. What I actually noticed is a lot of time the contactee group, like star seeds supporting group, are entered. Sometimes a lot of star seeds, or what you call the light workers, they're actually fighting with each other in a
Yes.
very nasty way.
Yes.
What I actually don't get it is if we are supposed to be bring light to this world, why, like I would say around 0.5%, like not 0.5%, like 50% of the star seeds are very nasty or jealous towards each
Yes.
other. Really, like I see a lot of negative things happening within our community, I would say. Do you have any messages for them publicly?
Yes. One moment. We have another part of that question. Before we go into that, those that do this have ego, have brought their ego into a light center where everyone is neutral, everyone is loved, and they brought their ego into it because they cannot help it. They feel that they are privileged and better than others. And some go in there to with the facade or what is the word? With the look of a light worker. And they are, yes, they have abilities, they're aware of it, just like you could think of them as manipulative as some of your malevolent reptilians, where they come in, or like a police officer, coming in, posing as someone as very friendly, and then do the exact opposite. You can say this is a test for light workers, but also it shows a vulnerability within light workers to participate in this drama, in this negative backlash that goes on back and forth. But as for why this is happening, or message to those that are doing this, they are not, well, you could say it is true, they are testing those in those starseeds in the light worker community. They're testing you because those that are being tested aren't fully in love with themselves, in love with helping others. They have their own agendas also. Realize this, that those that just walk away from the drama, from the negativity, are the ones that are fully, they send their love and compassion. They don't go into this drama packs that happen. They do not identify it. They send their love. They do not judge. But others that judge and do the quarreling back and forth are not. Their hearts aren't in the right place. They're not fully loving themselves or others. But loving themselves is not there. It is like half there. It is like they think they love themselves, but truly they do not. And this is something they need to discover on their own. They do not always realize that they are not in love. They don't love themselves. They don't realize that. They don't realize they're even in this quarreling going on. For them, they have a lot of, you can say, growing up to do in that realm. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Like, what happened to those communities? I mean, a lot of very important positions, like MOFA, chairman of the MOFA. Well, I'm not really specifically targeting each group, but what I mean is a few very famous contactee supporting groups. The head got a huge ego, or they actually try to pull people down rather than raise them up. So, do you see anything will happen in the next few years where a new community will be created, where the good-hearted person will be appointed to a certain role to lead the community rather than the traditional UFO supporting groups?
New ones are being created daily, and they are in their silence in many ways. They are quiet because they choose to be, meaning the community is only a few people. Of course, that is a community. And these smaller groups are essential to your ascension. But yes, the larger ones, unfortunately, greed gets involved. And understand this, because we are much reptilian energy of malevolent energies come into those groups to test the workers there. It's like, oh yes, you are a light worker. Really? Let's see what you got. Just like what happened in Atlantis. Similar situation. Oh, you are Atlanteans. Really? You are light workers. Really? We'll see about that. So, as for the groups, what we see are smaller groups that are of a few dozen, sometimes smaller, and they connect with other groups and on and on. This is what we see. As for the larger ones, most likely those are reptilian influence in some ways, unfortunately. But realize this, you don't have to have a group to ascend. You can have friends and not give it a label. Maybe that's better not to do that. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll stop by now. Thanks. Pass on to others. Bye.
Hi, Win. I have a question. A few days ago, I was talking to a friend of mine, and before and after the talk, which was over Skype, I took him through a grounding exercise where he grounded to the center of the Earth, to Gaia. And on the second grounding session, he mentioned to me, I would call him a clairvoyant, he mentioned that he could hear the heartbeat of Gaia, or the Earth. And after the chat on Skype, I did a bit of dowsing to ask my higher self if there were any ET beings around. And I got the message that there were many, many of them. I don't know if this was correct or not, if there was some kind of link that we created by connecting to Gaia in that way.
Well, as for your connection to other DTs, you have many. You don't have to. Before your connection. Is that what you're trying to? Is that your question?
My question is that immediately after that chat session where my friend connected to the Earth and heard the heartbeat of the Earth, normally I do know that there are connections that I have to ETs, but after that connection to Gaia, immediately after that connection to Gaia, there seemed to be a lot more than usual.
You're noticing more than usual. They've already been there. You're just connecting more because you connect to Gaia. Your energy field was cleared. They were already there. You can say some came in also because they saw what you were doing. But you're just becoming more aware of what's around you, that's all.
Okay.
But there are others that come through. Reptilians with positive. Syrians, Lyrans. More than that, of course. But yeah, some did come through more because you are waking up more. You are connecting more. So they are, you can say, checking you out right now.
So it seems like a good thing to do to connect to the center of the Earth if you want more of these connections.
Oh, yes. Yes, do it. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, of course. The elementals are connecting to you more. The tree people are connecting to you more. Agartha is connecting to you more. This is what yours picking up. Agartha, much of that is you were connecting with. And there's a lot of Agartha. So this is probably what you're feeling mostly.
Okay. So if an ET is connected to us, and that ET is part of a telepathic race, then in that way, are you also connected to the rest of that race?
Yes. Majority of them are telepathic. Yes. You are now sending messages to them. You might not be fully aware, but you are.
Okay, I have been told I'm highly telepathic.
Well, everybody is. They're just unaware of it. They're not ready for it. You are becoming more ready for it. So yes, it is true.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'll ask a few questions.
Yes, please.
This is Neil. So, you said you're Andromedan Council, but Andromeda is like there's so many different species. So, is your council made up of lots of different species, or are you just one?
We're made up of different species. You are correct.
Okay, so how many are on your council?
How many different species are on our council?
No, sorry, how many members?
Members? It all depends. At this point, it changes. Hundreds of thousands at this time. Sometimes the numbers go smaller. Some increase. But at this time, hundreds of thousands. We do have different type of humanoids that are part of our council, but mostly humanoids at this time.
Okay, so you that I'm talking to, are you talking like as the collective consciousness, or are you talking as like are you an individual?
A little of both.
Yeah, I understand. So you as an individual, could you tell me what you look like?
Humanoid, tall, between 8 and 9 feet tall. I have long fingers, white skin. It fluctuates from white to gray at times. Only sometimes I do a cleansing, my skin becomes more white. It fluctuates. My mouth, my face is skinny. My mouth does not, I do not use my mouth. Because we're telepathic, we don't need our mouths, but we do have mouths. We have, like a skinny white person, if you can say. Bald. I wear a robe. A cloak over my head. Similar to what you have on this wall.
Okay, and the last thing I'm interested in. So your council is on a whole. Okay, so you're bringing this energy to Gaia to help the ascension.
Yeah.
So what is how can I put this? Like how would you characterize the energy of your council? How would you describe it? Like what's different to the energy your galaxy compared to the energy of our galaxy?
In neutral energy, a energy of love, of white energy, a cleansing energy, energy of music, of harmony, that brings a vibration to your soul. A vibration that can eliminate negativity around your energy source. So you become more of a pure, positive soul. Such as a vibration, a toning, a vibration that just so cleansing. Is like going to a spa or sauna. In some regard, it's like that. More powerful, though. You can say it's as powerful as one of your sons.
Wow, that's incredible. That sounds really beautiful. Okay, thank you very much for that, and much love to you. Thank you.
Yes, many starseeds on this planet are in pain because of poverty, because of mental illness, because it is not infusions. What is this? Oh, what is the word? Earth word. One moment. Vaccinations that cloud the mind, that make the body ill. We send our healings to wherever it is possible. We are assisted with the tall blonde Nordics that are benevolent. We work with them and other species for those starseeds that have been injected by these toxins by your planet, mental illness, We are, you could say, building a bridge for a future humanity. When it is ready, we can only do so much because we don't have full control. Well, not to say control, that's not the right word, but your world is not ready for this healing process. You have to go through your different stages. But in the future, you will have where you can reincarnate in this world so easily. It's like walking through a door. You don't have to go through the birthing process unless you want to go through that. That is fine. But if you want to enter this world, it will not be a problem. And if you want to leave, that will not be a problem either. Just walk out of your body and that is fine. This is what we are working on your planet as we speak. And some have done this already. They, of course, come through the birthing process, but it is so much easier than it is for some. You realize there are some here who can have children without any problem at all, and then others have difficulties. This is where we are making our headway, you can say, where it's easier to birth here. We are working on that as much. Obviously, there's many entities here that wish no souls to come to this planet at all. These are reptilian, you know the list. There's more to it than that. But we are assisting and letting souls that want to be born to make it easier. There's only so much we can do, but we're working with the light workers and those of the alternative medicines, where that way your child does not have injections that are not needed as your hospitals do, because they think they're doing the right thing, just like your chemtrails. They believe they're doing the right thing. It is doing the opposite thing. It's not helping anyone. So this is where we are working at this time. That might be a little bit too much, but I had to put that up there for you.
That's okay, it's much appreciated. Okay, thank you very much.
Is there any more questions? If not,
I have one.
yes.
Yes, what do you think that we can do right now to help reduce the effects of vaccinations? I particularly for my job have to get a lot, so I'm pretty sure that I've just had 3 in the last 6 months, so pretty sure I have some cleansing to do myself.
Yes. But to how to heal these, or how to do
Heal or clear. What can we do with what we have available?
Well, we can assist to an extent with vaccinations. We cannot realize that was a choice. We cannot intervene with that. With alien DNA, we can intervene to a certain extent. But as for vaccinations, we cannot. But you pray for to cleanse your vaccination. That sounds silly, but you can put the intent, the positive intent, into a vaccination to an extent, but it's still not, probably most likely not a good idea, because it reverses the process of your body. It like puts your body in reverse in some ways. But as for your vaccine, we don't see any negative effects. Not all are bad. Some are, especially to children, because they're not ready for them.
Awesome.
But we don't see any. If it's okay if we don't see any negative repercussions from it at this time.
Thank you.
Realize this. Sometimes the environment, such as the air, what's in the air, the vaccinations, it triggers a negative response and it causes cancer. There are times when it does that. But I not see that.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Oh, yes, I just wanted to know if you had any messages for me.
You realize you have Andromeda lifetimes, correct?
I was just told.
Several lifetimes.
I feel I have a connection.
Yes. But also a reptilian connection also. your family, your galactic family, your relations with reptilians is one in battle. Not to say you were a reptilian, but you, as an Andromedan, you had to deal with reptilians. Yes, as they were, as some will say, in your wording, devour worlds or attempt to. You were part of our alliance that reversed much of their process, with success mostly, but there is much, as you say, drama, unfortunately, when mind manipulation tools that they used, they were pretty nasty, but they taught much of, you could say, the battles with them, the battles that were dealt with them was a precursor to this planet, meaning this world wasn't fully formed at that time. This is very ancient. And you're sort of seeing what reptilians were capable of before they came to this world. Yes, this was a long time ago. I'm not sure if this is the message you were looking for, but this is the message that your family wishes you to know.
Thank you.
Hello, I have a question.
Yes.
I'm feeling some negative energy building up, and I'm wondering if you have any advice on how to
Yes.
get rid of that.
We'll send you energy. Yes, you have a reptilian presence around you. This is a negative reptilian. One moment.
It feels more like more like a karma thing. I don't know.
Yes, he's calm. One moment, but he's.
That's something karma in past lives.
Oh, karma. Yes. Yes. Karma. Yes, he is calm, and yes, he's there to dose fear into you. One moment. We're sending you energy. Now that it is known, I believe your energy field will be enough to protect you from his fear mongering. Yes, he's becoming, because you're becoming more awakened to their presence or to your own spirituality. So they're trying to scare you out of it. And also you have Zetas around you, several, 5. But these are not malevolent at all. These are from your past lives. There is one where you did have a malevolent lifetime with, but that is over now. But yes, as a karma lifetime, one moment. As for the reptilian, realize this. One moment. As a Weirin, you've had many encounters with reptilians. Many battles with them. Many successful. And this reptilian is visiting you because you're becoming so successful again. Meaning you're not fully aware of your power, but you will be eventually. You are warning now, but your power, you are all very powerful. I don't want to downgrade anybody. But when one becomes known within their power, they can, you could say, defeat. But when they bring their fear, you can give the reverse effect and send them energy, send them love, which they're not like, and they will move on basically. And this is what you're doing right now. But as you become fully aware of your abilities, you will understand them more. And I believe you have such a neutral ability to you, where you can speak to beings that are racist, you can say, against humans, or any species for that matter. You have a neutral ability where you can talk to them, even if they have a malevolent agenda, where you can speak to them on a one-on-one, just have a conversation without being intimidated. Not sure if you feel this now, but there are lifetimes I always feel that you have this ability right now, actually. You might not be fully tapping into it, but it is there. Where some did not to say they just don't want to deal with malevolent beings, but not to say you have to, but if you ever encounter one, you can have a conversation and let them be as they are. But at least you had that conversation instead of avoiding them altogether. You've had many lifetimes where you encountered many, and just like when you're dealing with the enemy, where you made friends with them, where you forgave them for as they are. Many here have done that, but we're concentrating with your to give you more awareness of your power. That is what we're bringing this up to you. I know this might be more than what you were expecting, but as for the negative energy, you believe the more you become aware of your power, you'll be able to send, at least feel it now, like an energy field of light that these beings, they will visit, but they will not interfere with you anymore. That is all I have.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, may I ask you something about karma, please?
Yes.
I've got 3 scenarios, so I think that's the best way to put in about karma. Say, if someone have really good intention to do something, but their action itself actually leads to a negative outcome. Say, if Joe Blow tried to save someone, that was a really good intention, but his action accidentally actually killed that person, just for argument's sake, just example. Would he accumulate any karma? Good
No.
intention but negative outcome.
No. There are chances, there are times when yes, but no. Mostly no, because your intentions are positive. There are situations where yes, you do have to go through the karma of that.
Okay.
But when the one you're speaking of, no.
Okay, thank you. How about someone got a very negative intention, try to hurt someone, but dramatically his action actually leads to an positive outcome? Would this person incur any karma as well?
Positive karma. But their negative side will inflict still more karma, because most likely they weren't very friendly with others. They will still have to go through the karma of that, though.
Okay, just for example, someone got a really negative intention, try to break a couple, so the intention is very negative, but maybe his action leads to a very positive outcome. So the couple itself actually got married, so the action itself leads to a very positive outcome. So what you mean is the intention means more than the actual outcome.
Yes, but still, with their negative intentions, it wasn't just with them, it was with others, and just that intention alone does bring back karma, because they need to still learn to to have this type of mentality will have repercussions still. They still have to grow up some, you can say. That's one way of putting it.
Okay. What if there's somebody say rather not to participate in certain situation, For example, someone's best swimmer in the world, and he witnessed someone's actually drowning next to him, but he decided not to help this person, nor does he decided to help this person either. So he takes no action at all. Will this like intention with no involvement incur any karma?
There's different scenarios for that.
Okay.
If you have like, if your intentions are to ignore this person, or it all depends. Well, it has to do with your intentions, though. If your intentions are like, oh, let him drown, who cares? That is where karma comes from.
All right. Okay.
But if you're not help them, it does not mean you will be. So if you see a car accident, you not stop and help. You're not going to be affected by that. But if you say, oh, I can help them, but whatever, then you get a little bit from that.
Right, okay. I mean, there's a lot of religious person, for example, their intention is really loving. They try to, impose their very religious belief on certain people. Like they can push you really hard. So if you do not believe in Bible, you go to hell, this kind of thing. I think their intention are very good, but their action itself is actually quite negative.
Oh, yeah.
So do you think would there be any karma incurred by them, even though they think they are very loving person?
Unfortunately, yes. Yes, it will. To a certain extent, yes, because they don't realize their negative intentions are still there. In some, it won't be harmful karma, but it will be some karma because they need that to learn. So it is there to develop their soul more. If that makes any sense.
Okay.
So, yes.
Thank you. That answers my question. I finished.
Yes.
Thanks a lot. It helps me a lot. Thanks.
Is there anyone else? If not, I will leave and let others come through.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Blessings all.
Thank you, blessings.
Greetings. We are the Yahyel. Blessings to you all. We have many messages for your society. You could call me Juan if you need a name to address me. We are Yahyel. We are part of your first contact. We are not the only ones. There are Zetas that are assisting us with first contact, and they will be a part of it also. When your world is ready to see them and view them, obviously the more alien, the more fear-based your society becomes. But the Zetas are very close to us and your world's growth. your science, your technology, much of it came from the Zetas as a gift. And yes, we heard you before about this AI that is malevolent, and that is true. But do not worry, do not put fear into their energy, because you put the energy out there of them being fearful, they will come through and do as they did to others, such as be a part of human DNA, like a half human, half machine type of thing. But do not put that, just clear that out of your mind. And all those out that are viewing this broadcast, please, it is best not to have that in your energy field. We want positive light, positive intentions. Morally, the message here is to love yourself, and your future will be bright. If you have intentions to harm others, of course, it will be of a negative repercussion. The reason we are here, blessings to you all, the reason we are here is to let you know first contact is not going to be tomorrow. It is on the plate, on the table. Plate, table, same thing. But your world is not ready for it, and we are not ready for it. But when you see the negativity on your planet, your television sets that control the mind, your religions that control the mind, the control systems that are brainwashing your human collective, these mechanisms need to be detached before any contact can be done. Yes, we've heard about your society crash. You could say this is prediction. Well, not necessarily. We're not going to do any predictions here. But we would say is that in 2016, your year right now, there will be an awakening, a mass awakening. But it does not have to be financial negativity to cause it. We believe there are other methods of this, but a financial calamity in some areas will happen, but it will not affect everyone, but in some areas it will. But realize this, it happens all the time. Nothing that is you cannot handle. There's, unfortunately, those that are service to self, that are here within your financial districts, do not care about anyone, so that's why they're service to self. This makes them quite dangerous to your society. But they are known, those of them who think they are secretive in their intentions, yes, think again. Just like a murderer preying on their prey, they think they're alone. They think nobody's noticing them. Your guides are noticing this. The angels are noticing this. So those who do malevolent things, realize you are not alone. Just because you do not see it does not mean it's there. You have many dimensions on this planet. It is time to wake up to this. But this is up to you. Realize other Earths, hopefully I said that right, are begging for your attention. Meaning, spiritually, you can connect these other Earth realities. And this will help you understand your current reality and bring in information to let you know you will be fine. You will be fine. It is, we say we're cracking the egg slowly. The Elohim is assisting always in waking up your planet. Realize many hope for first contact to be tomorrow, but spiritually it is happening right now. But as for physically, that is a long time from now. But as for your skies, for visitation, that happens all the time. And those that are awakening to these energies will see more in the sky here and there, if it's right for you. We cannot go into details on that. Our messages is to keep calm, love yourself. And yes, this light workers that are of fighting each other. We do not agree with that, but you must be as you are. We are not judging you for who you are. But you must be who you are. You must do as you do. And we love you for that. Does it bother Ascension? No. But for individual Ascension, yes. But for the world Ascension, no. But remember, those that don't wish to be part of these situations of drama, you don't have to be a part of it. You can step away from it. Sometimes that's not always the case. But still, if you are involved with it, you can still cleanse yourself, cleanse your intentions, your energy fields, where even if you are involved, such as you have a loved one that is involved with these not so friendly situations, you can still keep your energy at a higher vibration. Do not let them take it down. At the end of 2016, I do have a prediction. More Yahyel energy will flow through your society. You become more well known. Many of you will feel a fire within your soul that you're going in the right direction. You feel that now, but many more are going to feel it. And in this feeling, you will feel first contact in the works, not necessarily be soon. But you will feel our energies more clearly in the spirit realm. We cannot, this third density is so dense and so controlled. It's like you have to unplug yourself, as you have in your movies, unplug yourself from your matrix. That is up to you, of course. But we see this happening at a larger scale than ever before. And it will continue that. As this communication continues, and other channels channel, and there'll be more to it than that. But we do say positive. Yes, your Middle East has its issues. There is much love sent there to end the conflicts, but most of those conflicts cannot be interfered with by too much because that's free will. As for Syria, this is a place that is a hotbed of negative forces. Reptilians are involved. Zetas, unfortunately, are not making the situation any easier. But we tell you this, that a peace within Syria is much needed. To send your prayers there, to end the conflicts there. Yes, it does not end your news cycle, because there's reasons for that. But you send energies to areas similar to Syria, and they are around your world, they're just not broadcast. You will see them, feel them, energy-wise. To send your world healing. It is time for it to end its differences. It will always have differences, but you don't have to have differences of violence. You will always have differences. That's what makes life so unique. If there's any questions, please, we are open to that. If not, that's okay.
Hi, can I ask a question?
Yes.
I think I have a Yahyel being with me.
Yes.
Does this being have any messages for me?
It's a female being. It's like a sister to you. Yes, your energy, your being is essential to the ascension process, meaning you can send out love to others that do not know what love is. A few words can unlock those from their negative circle. Yes, the messages from your higher self that your health is doing well. You might not think so, but you are doing well. There is some skepticism of your spiritual abilities. To not be so skeptical. To embrace your talents and to feel, just let yourself go. In some regard, you're living in fear in some way, but to not let that hold you back. You have many counseling abilities where you can heal so many, and you are in that process now. But once you're fully aware of your abilities and fully confident, you'd be surprised of what you can do.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, may I ask a question, please?
Yes.
There's I think it's a female being. He came to my dreams quite a few times, especially in the recent 2 weeks. She dressed herself as my mom. Can you tap in my energy and see who she is and where she came from, please?
It feels like it's a sister from a past life,
Okay.
an Asian lifetime. The reason she does this as your mother is so you can identify her, but she has the same moral outlooks. It just wants you're on the right path.
Yep.
And to give you more confidence. You have a lot of confidence, which is good.
Thank you.
Many of the light workers they don't embrace their abilities as much as they should, but that's okay. But yes, you are in the right. Yes, it's funny. Yes, she's saying that she wishes more would see the world as you do, and they will. They're just still growing up at this time. So you are.
So,
yes,
right. So she's my sister from past life.
Yes.
Okay. May I ask, like, is that back in China or any other Asia country? Like,
it was an Asian country. She's a Syrian. One moment. China, yes. Japan, Malaysia.
right. Okay. Quite a few.
Definitely Malaysia. Malaysia was a few lifetimes actually, where you were mostly friends, but it was like a sister relationship.
Okay, so she's crossed over, and now does she still like astronom, or she's actually became an alien, like a Syrian now?
She has Syrian energy. She's in spirit form, but she is an astral. There are other aspects of her that are in alien form at this time.
Okay. I saw a girl, sort of like a young teenager girl. She's got a humongous, huge eyes. Looks very cute, Caucasian looking with blonde hair. She gave me her name is Lily, and I said, "Oh, Lily, you looks very cute." And she said, "Yes, I know, I'm very cute." Can you tap into and see who she is and where she came from, please?
What? Can you say the beginning of that? I had it download.
Sorry. I think she's like a pretty young girl, Caucasian looking, blonde hair, huge eyes. She goes by the name of Lily.
And this was in your dream, you said?
Yeah, in my dream contact and also in my flashback as well, in my third eye flashback.
Yes, you had many lifetimes in China with her. Many lifetimes. During the Ming Dynasty, I believe. Whatever the dynasty. Yes.
So she's in spirit form now?
Yes.
Okay. But she's like a blondie. How can this be possible? She's living in China as a Caucasian. Maybe in astronome it looks quite different.
And an astral, yes, she had many. An astral is different, yes. She had many negative lifetimes in a China, as you know her. So she does not want to remember those lives. She wants to step away from all of that. There's a lifetime that she doesn't really want to remember. I mean, that's a very human way of saying it, but those were not easy lifetimes for her, and for her to take that form again, it's not something that makes her feel comfortable.
Okay, so she's my guide or just like a friend?
Yeah, she is a guide, yes. Well, you have
Okay.
many.
Yeah, oh, great. Okay, thank you so much. I finished. Thanks. Pass
Oh,
on the
yes.
mic.
I had a message from the conduit about a question that needs to be answered.
Oh, yeah, sure, please.
This is the one that was written down, I believe. Got submitted. Is that remembered?
A question I wrote down. I got quite a few questions.
Well,
I
there's
just
one of the members submitted one.
others. Okay.
That is in your chat, I believe.
Right, I pass on the mic now. Thanks.
Yes.
It's from Gifford. Can you
Yes.
tell me about my galactic family and spirit guides, and if I have any messages?
Yes, one moment. Yes, you had many Zeta Gray lifetimes. Reptilian, Arcturian. Mostly Arcturian lifetimes. I believe you're very spiritual. Maybe it's hard to connect with that right now. But your spirituality is very Arcturian. That should give you a comfort zone, I should say. And Reptilian is not a comfort zone because those are not very friendly lifetimes. As for your genetics, yes, some Zeta, mostly Arcturian. We're in small percent of that. And small percent, 2% of Syrian. But your Arcturian energy, you're an Arcturian starseed, as far as I can tell. And you're in some Yahyel. Any messages for you? Be more confident of yourself. Be more confident of yourself. Yes. There's a rough road ahead for you in some regard. Yes, there's not easy. Well, things are coming up. They're not going to be very easy, but you can handle it. This is a giant learning process that's coming to you right now. This learning process will shape you more as a person. These are not bad lessons. These are just lessons that can sharpen your skills, give you another outlook on life. You're going through tremors, it seems, but you will come out like a shiny ruby is what I'm gathering. This is what your guides are saying. So don't say this message as a negative. Don't put negativity in this. It's just that you're going to have a wider outlook on life very soon, where you can see things more crystal clear. See your future more crystal clear, and also to manifest a little bit clearer. This is, yes, your manifestation. You can have the power to manifest easier than many when you put your mind to it. You've done this already, and it's like, whoa, I can't believe that happened. And this is something you can utilize to help with your spirituality. That is all I have for that.
So, was that for me or for Guildford?
This is for Guildford.
Right, okay. Confused there.
Yes, if you have a question, please ask. Or anyone. Yes.
Okay, I'll ask the same question as he asked them. Galactic family, spirit guides, and messages.
That is your question?
Yes? Why not?
Let's start with your first question. What was your first question about your galactic families?
Yeah.
They had great lifetimes, many Andromedan lifetimes. You're a Syrian, but you were a feline. Feline Syrian. Alpha Centauri is a place where I believe you're an Alpha Centaurian reptilian, where you had many situations that were not easy. I believe this is one of the reasons why I came to this planet, to get away from your galactic family. There are, I would say, skirmishes that were a little bit too much for you. Too much alien drama, you can say, and you came to this world to take a break from much of it. Also to learn the human experience, of course. But a lot of it was to leave. Yes, there were times when, as an alien, as a reptilian, Alpha Centauri, there was a lot of, not necessarily a reptilian in all these lifetimes. You had humanoid lifetimes as a Palladian, but you had lifetimes there as Alpha Centauri, which is more of a Alpha Centauris. Many of them are amphibian-like in some ways. There's different types. But in this area of the galaxy, there's like one drama after the other. It was just, there were Lyrians that were trying to take over Alpha Centauri at one time. I mean, it was like a land grab from different entities, such as the Greys also. It became too much for you after a while, so you started to come reincarnate here to get away from much of it. That comes in heavy for me. You also have, life is in Yahyel. Not that many, but a few. Most of that has to do with music and the arts. And Orion. There are yes. And there are memories there that are very positive, and some that are, once again, there's a lot of drama there in Orion. But much of it, not all of it, there's actually a lot of where a lot of your skills were sharpened in the Orion constellation, with many dealings with reptilians, greys. We were worrying about alliances. And carpentry, something like with, I wouldn't say, I know that sounds funny here, but putting things together, much of that came from Orion, your experiences there. I'm not sure if you have these abilities now, but during there you had like a mechanic. You had lifetimes as a alien mechanic there. Hopefully that's not too much for you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, I have a few questions.
Yes.
Well, first I'll explain. Often my dreams are a conglomeration of the future, a lot of military, industrial stuff going on, a lot of military activity mixed with the past, mixed with the present. A lot of weird stuff going on, like I switch timelines, and then sometimes I'll have odd situations like being around the past president and being injected with some kind of serum I guess some serum that whatever secret societies would use, odd things like that. And I often get troubled with night terrors in combination with sleep paralysis. So I just wonder what that's all about. And then lastly, there's a lady that pops up in my dream. She looks kind of like a priestess sometimes. I don't know if you can pick up anything like that, anything from that.
One moment. You say that when it comes up to you as a priestess, someone you knew in a past life. She's not making herself known to, at least to us. It feels like it's a mother type of feeling from her, but not necessarily she was your mother, but she is a mother type of being that is here to give you guidance, actually.
Ah.
I believe, and this is a dream, correct? Or you see them?
Sometimes I feel her presence.
Yes.
And
it's because she is one of your guides. That is why.
Oh.
The name I'm getting is Amelia. Is this one of your communication guides? You knew her in many past lives. As for alien past lives, mostly alien. I wanted to tell you, I believe you're starting to see a different. I feel a lot of Syrian starseed energy with you. But as for all that's going, you said these are all dreams, or no? These are not dreams. These are astral. Maybe not dreams.
Well, when I see her, I feel her, and sometimes I get an image of her during my waking life. Now, my dreams, when I describe the conglomeration of, it looks like post-apocalyptic and military activity, and the past, the present, is all merged together.
Yes, because as a Syrian, you are a timeline jumper. One moment. That's interesting. You're reliving your other lifetimes, but you're also connecting to your other aspects. Your other aspects are healing other timelines at this time. You are seeing them more clearly. They are working on that, so you not see them so much. There's many of you. There's also male versions of you and female versions of you that are working all at once, and you're becoming too aware of it, and it's sort of just driving you crazy is what's happening here. Post-apocalypse, yes, that is a alternative Earth is what you're seeing. You're seeing just different timelines of this planet. Yes, I pick up a lot of Syrian energies from you. Palladian also, but Syrian, as a Syrian, you are very important within the Syrian. You say council, government, whatever word you want to call it. You were like as this world will call like a secret agent. I know that sounds silly, but yes, you did many things secret of this. Yes, I know it sounds Hollywoodish, but not necessarily. It is all true. Where you will. One moment. You will clone your. I'm still gathering. 1 second. Where you will disguise your appearance as a Weirin. However, sometimes infiltrate certain areas, different galaxy, different planets, for malevolent reasons. But you did much of this. You're still doing it already. Yes, I know this sounds all Hollywoodish, but not necessarily. You're what you remember is very small compared. Yeah, if you remembered all that, you think you're just crazy. But yes, you're feeling all this happen at once because they're working on not overbearing you. It's just you have so much going on for you remembering all this. They're trying not to let this leak through, but some of this is actually helping with your awakening process. So it's you know that there's more to life than just this reality. So they're giving you glimpses into it. They're not trying to overload you. Sometimes it might feel that way. They're not trying to scare you either, but just giving you awareness of who you are, your many things. Yes, you have many lifetimes where it's just completely secretive. And it's not just for the excitement of it. It is for because your abilities are vast. It's mostly information gathering, not necessarily you're being a James Bond jumping out of a window, but mostly information gathering where you would take the form of other species to just gather information. And there are times where you will go on ships and not be seen, but still have their look. That way, if they do pick you up, oh, you're just one of us. I know it all sounds, in this reality, sounds cartoonish, but
I get it.
yes. There's many lifetimes where you would be in places where you were not seen, but observing constantly. But of course, that's happening here. But you were invisible to other entities. That was the reason for that. That is all I have for that.
I just had one last question. I had a third question, and that was just like what messages, what are the messages from my family and also my spirit family, my spirit guides, and that's it.
Messages, you're on the right track. You're opening up to your reality, but very slowly, meaning your galactic knowledge, very slowly. They show they're opening up the top of the jar really slowly because they don't want to overload you with too much. You have lifetimes as an angel, many lifetimes as an angel. And in this incarnation, from what they're saying, that you are a reincarnated angel. Not sure if you feel that. That's what they're saying. To become understanding of your connections, you're doing quite well in your lifetime here. You're not going crazy like some do. Some angels can't handle this vibration, but you're doing you're handling it well.
And
You have a close connection with Archangel Michael. Because you had a lot of times with Michael where you would go with him and heal worlds and heal souls. And they show a nursing home here on this planet. So there's an aspect of you. They're going to nursing homes and healing others at this time. That's what they're saying. And this other aspect of you connects with you every once in a while, but it's hard to realize who this is. But yeah, there's an angel aspect of you currently around.
thank you very much.
You're welcome. Is there anything else? I probably should go.
Are there any messages for me? Just a quick one.
One moment. Messages from your guides to believe in yourself more, to have more confidence in your abilities, You're getting there, but to interesting. This is from message from your guides. You had lifetimes. This might explain some things in your life. You had lifetimes with the reptilians where you were a translator, and there are sometimes you would not translate exactly what they were saying, and they would get angry at you because you were not conveying everything that they when you're connecting to other species that did not have telepathic abilities. But anyway, you have the reptilians do not care much for you. At least these more malevolent type of reptilians. So if you feel like there's aggravation in your life, there's things have not been easy, is because you've had visits, and I believe you're feeling one now, at least at one time today, from other reptilians that have a beef with you through other past lives. I think we already got some of that, but to go into a little bit more detail. So when you think you feel like you're not going where you should go, or you've had blockages here and there, it's because you do. And they've left now. There is one that's hanging around, but I wouldn't worry about him too much. But you've had so many past lives where you had to deal with reptilian energies, and where you were a malevolent being and they were malevolent. And this is where it said that it was overbearing, but you couldn't take it anymore. It's like, this is just too much. So this is all over now. This is for you to identify it and to let it go. This is your alien past lives. Now your human past lives, there are several here that are blocking you also. During the Middle Ages. Also during the time of Da Vinci, you had a lifetime during there where you had inventions and others were backstabbers during this. So you had lifetimes that were very positive, but you had others that were, you could say, trying to tear you apart. They want you to let go of these lifetimes. You'd be able to, they believe you can feel you can connect to these things and release them on your own. They're just making them known to you. That is all I have.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Hopefully all that.
Do I have any messages for me? Thank you.
One moment.
Thanks.
Yes, you're going in the right direction. There are times when you're stubborn, but that is not always a bad thing. But you're going in the right direction. Trust your instincts more. Trust your fourth density. And then tap into your fourth density self. So, meaning it'll help you make decisions. Meaning that, one moment, where you doubt yourself, when you're making a right choice, but you have so much doubt, you're not, it sort of takes you away from that right choice. I mean, they can't guide you into it. You have to guide yourself, is what they're saying. They can't, you have free will.
Yeah, in terms of which way are they really mean doubt myself? Like, is that to do with life or work or relationship, or what do they the doubt?
Mostly work, life. in general. It's mostly work to make decisions, like job decisions, like where you want to go, where I want to put my life, where do I want my direction to be. This is where you have the doubt, and they're telling you to follow your instincts. What makes you like sleep on it? Put your intentions to have the answer in the morning.
Yeah.
That way you can wake up refreshed. You need to, where you have all your everything in place, where you feel where the confidence is always there. You need to be fully confident for you to make a decision.
Yep.
And they want you to do this by harnessing your manifestation ability. Help yourself manifest to reach your end goal. Does that make any sense?
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Welcome. So I will go now. Blessings to you. First contact.
Blessings, thank you.
Thank you.
Blessings. Thank you.
Blessings, thank you. First contact energies are in the air. We believe by the end of this year you will feel it more. And you can also use this energy as a healing method to clear out your past lives so you connect more. But this is mostly at the end of the year. Yes, I wasn't going to say I was going to do predictions, but there is a prediction here. Is that you will feel the vibration of your earth go into a higher density. More than ever before, because your world is becoming more awakened and ready. Blessings. Good night. Greetings.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Hey.
Greetings.
Yeah, I was out for a while. Hopefully it went good. Alright. Thank you all for being here. Is this
Thank
fine? Thank you. Thank you. Alright, we'll have more of these in the future. Wednesday I'm going to try. And thank you and much love.
Thank you too. Good night.
Good night.